our last session, our Sunday session. I recorded it, but it didn't record it properly, so I was not able to post it in our website. So what I'm going to do, most of it, whatever I discussed on Sunday's class, I'm going to repeat it, and besides repeating it, I will give you homework from this session for our Sunday session. So that means, as we cannot record our last Sunday session, I'm going to record this conversation that we are having here, and then mostly I will be covering whatever we did in Sunday, and then from there we will be moving forward. I will give you homework for the coming Sunday. Okay, so we have already started recording. Now those who didn't present, or whoever has present our last Sunday session, for them I am going to discuss a little bit topics from our Sunday session. Let me show you one thing. You probably you missed it, or you didn't understand it properly. A lot of people ask me question regarding that, because I was explaining it at the end of the session. So I want to introduce you, like we have discussed about different kind of operators in VBScripting. So we have discussed arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators are, let me give you some example of arithmetic operators. So plus, minus, and then we have multiplication operator. Let me make this line bigger. And then we have division. So simply keep this 4 as an arithmetic operator, and then we have comparison operator. Hello, who joined? Hello, Rafiq bhai. Session, please join in the session. So comparison operator, we again discussed comparison operator as greater than.
Okay, what is the session ID?
Session ID is 796410672. So comparison operator is greater than, less than, and then greater than or equal to, then less than or equal to, and then we have another, we have equal to, and then we have not equal to. So these are comparison operators: greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and then not equal to. The last one is not equal to. And then we have logical operators. So logical operators. Hello, who joined?
Tahmina bhaiya.
Ji Tahmina po, session, I can see you in the session. So I just started discussion, so you can follow up. So logical operators again are and, or, not, and then actually yes, and, or, not. Yeah, just be familiar with these three logical operators: and, or, not. So basically these three types of operator: arithmetic operators, plus, minus, multiplication and division; comparison operators, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, not equal to; logical operators, and, or, not. So these are the operators that you will be getting familiar with. And here there is another type of arithmetic operator, that is called MOD. So MOD in other computer language, in VBScripting it is MOD, but in other computer language MOD is written as like this, percentage. Okay, so this is another arithmetic operator. I want to give you a little bit explanation. and in other computer language like C or other languages it is written as this percentage. So mod is another operator that I want to give you a little bit explanation. Let me explain a little bit regarding mod. So mod, let's say 10 and then mod 3. So 10 mod 3. The answer of this operation will be 10. If you do 10 mod 3, answer will be what? Could anyone tell me?
3. I think
3.
3. 1.
What is the answer?
No, answer will be 1.
Answer will be 1. Okay. Then let's say 7 mod 7 mod, let's say 5. Okay, so answer will be what?
2.
Answer will be 2. Answer will be 2. Then let's say 19 mod 4. What will be the answer?
3.
Answer will be 3. Now Mahfuz bhai or some of you, Hassan bhai, you didn't join last session. Could you tell me like how we are calculating mod operators?
Yes, I don't know this one. 10 MOD. What is the MOD actually?
Okay. So mod is, let's say if you divide, 10 by 3, if you divide 10 by 3, okay, so it is 3 times 3 and then it is how much here? 9. Okay,
9. So 1 is left.
9. So what is the remainder here? The remainder here is 1, right?
Yeah.
So mod operator, what it does, it divides, like, can you see mod operator has 2 operand, one is 10, another one is 3. So it divides 10 by 3 and calculate the remainder. It brings the remainder. Okay.
So MOD calculate whatever we have remembered. MOD calculate that one.
That one exactly.
Okay.
Is it clear, everyone?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now I have already a program ready that I want to discuss with you. So now you know, like we previously have discussed, like how plus operator, minus operator, multiplication operator, division operator works, and also we have discussed a little bit of these comparison operators, and we have used and or not. Probably we have used or not, but we will be using it. But now you know how to use mod operators. So what mod does, it calculates the remainder of 2 number, and it actually divides the left side of the mod. There will be a number, it divides that number by the other number in the right side of mod operand. Now in other language, I have already told you that in other language mod is written as percentage, and in VBScripting it is known as mod. Now let me go to my virtual machine where I have UFT. Let me open a previously written code that I have prepared for you, and that will be this one. Now if you take a look here, if you take a look here, you can see that what it is doing. Let me write in comment the purpose of this code. It is actually write a program that will take two numbers from input, okay, two numbers from input, and an operator from let's say two numbers and an operator from input, and then will perform an operation on these two numbers using that operator, okay, using that operator. So what it is doing, let me bring everything here. So write a program that will take two numbers and an operator from input, and then will perform an operation on these two numbers using that operator. So for now, let's forget this option explicit and this dim. Now if I run this program, it will be asking us for a number. Let's say we input 10, okay, one number. So line number 7 is executing, it is asking us to input a number. Then let's say we input another number, 12, okay, and then we want to perform subtraction, okay. So I input minus operator. Now if you go to your local variables, you can see that number 1 is 10, number 2 is 12, and operator is minus, okay. So we are in line number 11, we are checking what is in str operator, it is minus. So if you replace str operator by its value, what is its value? Minus. So if you replace that str operator by its value, it becomes if minus equal to plus. So if minus equal to plus, is it true? So no, right? So what in line number 11 we have minus in str operator. So when we are comparing if minus equal to plus, we are replacing the value of str operator. So we know the value of str operator is minus. So we are comparing if minus equal to plus, is it true? It is not true, it is false. So it will not go to line number 12. Instead it will go to else block. So let's see. So when I executed that one, you can see it straight away come to line number 14. Now if you replace str operator by its value, what is the value? This one. So then the comparison becomes, so see one thing, I am saying else if str operator, if you go to if you come here, so what we are doing here, if str operator equal to minus, then we are saying, okay, do this, okay, print something, okay, let's say print something. Now just ignore this line. If you do a replace, then keep that if, and then what is the value of str operator at this point? If you go to there, what is the value of str operator? Minus, right? Now if you go there, replace that str operator by minus, and then equal to minus equal to minus, right? So again you can see over there the value is minus in double quotation, right? So if you go there and replace that, put that double quotation, if minus equal to minus, then now this condition is true because minus equal to minus. So if you have a scale, if you have, let's say, an 1 pound material in one side of the scale, and then in another side if you have another 1 pound, then they are equal. Now let's say this is the scale, and then in one side we have 1 pound, in another side you have 1 pound, so it is equal, the condition is true. So if you go there, now condition is true because minus equal to minus. So now it is coming to line number 15, right? So you can see that double result minus 2. It calculated 10 minus 12. Now it is printing it and it will be exiting out. So here it is printing result equal to minus 2. Okay. Now let me execute the same code again to show you some other operations regarding this one. So let's say we input 10, okay, and then another number as 10, an operator as multiplication. So could anyone tell me where it will go now? Which block it will go now? Line number 17, exactly. Line number 17, it will come line number 17 and then it will go to line number 18 because here it will get the condition equal to true. So see, it didn't go inside line number 12 and then it will not go inside line number 15. Now if you execute this line, as our local variables str operator is multiplication, so it is coming here calculating the multiplication result and then it is printing the result. Okay, so let me do one more execution of this one. It seems, is it hand? Let's see if it is hand.
No.
Okay, so as you said, there is no question regarding MOD operator. Actually we missed recording, so I'm going to execute it one more time regarding MOD operator. Now if I give let's say 21 first number and second number 8, now operator again MOD, and then what will be the result? 5.
0.
Is it 0?
5.
So our calculation here is 21 and then in this side is 8. Now yeah, now if I give 21 here, so 8 times 2, it is 16, and then we have remainder 5. So that is what is the MOD result. So I'll put it here. Now if you go there, if you go to your virtual machine and if you execute this one, we know because of the operator it will go to line number 22 and then it will be printing the result. Now let me do one more execution for this one. Actually let me here again, it is taking two number and an operator from input and perform operation. Okay, perform operation. Okay, now let me comment out these two lines and let me execute it. before I execute it, let me save it, so that now if I execute it, it will be asking us for a number. Let's say we input 10 and another number is 20 and operator is plus. Okay, now you can see, if you go to your local variables, can you see 10, 20, and what is the operation? Plus. So double number 1 plus double number 2. So what is the result? 30. 30. Okay. Now let me execute one more line. So can you see it didn't print any result here?
No.
So it was not able to print anything here. Let me clear everything. Let me execute it one more time. So I'm going to give this time 15 and 5 and operator plus. Now we know that the result should be 20. Now if you go there and print it, can you see it is not printing anything? So why it is not printing anything?
I think it's line number 12, the DB result, L is missing segment. Number 11, we need to put quotation over there. DBL result, line number 12, yeah.
Line number 12, we have a spelling mistake. We have stored our result in DBL result, but it is printing DB result. Okay, we intentionally did this because to show you something, the use of option explicit. We intentionally did this to show you the use of option explicit. Okay, so
if we put option explicit, so it will take you number 12 and tell you number 12 is mistake, right?
yeah, so if you have option explicit, let me uncomment this line and try to execute the same code. Okay, if I execute this line now, so if I input, let's say 10, so see line number 6, I'm trying to input 10 and then I'm trying to store this 10 in DBL num1. Okay, now can you see it is saying variable is undefined DBL num1. So it is not getting, actually it is not able to store the number in DBL num1 because we didn't declare this variable. So if you have that option explicit, then see you have equal operator here in line number 6 and you have DBL num1, and left hand side, whatever you have in the left hand side of equal operator is a variable. So whatever you have in the left hand side of equal operator is a variable. Now if you have option explicit, then all of these variable got to be declared before you use them. So how do you declare variable before you use them? So to declare a variable, you put dim, and what is the variable we have used here? Double number 1, double number 2, str operator. So that is the variables we need. Okay, so now if you execute the same code, see here we are again giving 10 and then 10. So it is not showing us any error because we have declared the variable by using dim. So in VBScripting you are saying, by using, in line number 4 you are using dim, and by using dim you are saying, hey VBScripting compiler, DBL num1, DBL num2, str operator, DBL result, these are the variables, I need them. So when you see I am using them, do not show us any error. So we need those variables. We are reserving this name to use in the subsequent part of our code. Okay, now we have input two numbers, and then let me input an operator plus, and now see it didn't show us any error. Now if you come here, so it calculated the result. If you go to the local variables, we have result, dbl result, but if you try to print it, it will be showing us an error. So if you try to print it, can you see here, variable is undefined, db result, right? Now can you see here one thing, we have used dbl num1, dbl num2, str operator, dbl result, so it didn't show us any error because all of these variable we have declared here in line number 4 by using dim. But that when we are trying to print the result in line number 12, this one is db result, so this variable we didn't declare it here and we are trying to use it. So this variable we are trying to use it, but by mistake we have a spelling mistake here. So now we know that db result, there is a problem in it. What is the problem? It has a spelling mistake. And how we identified that? Because we have option explicit. In option explicit, you will have to declare all of the variables that you are using. So from now on, whatever programs you are writing, you will be using option explicit, and then whatever variable you use to store values, you will be declaring them first and then you will be using them. So if I replace that db result by dbl result, now if I execute the same code, see here, if I input 10 and then, hello, who joined?
Hello, hi, this is Nafisa. Sorry for the delay.
Hey Nafisa Babi, that's fine, I know you are out of town. So whatever we discussed on our last session, I was just repeating those discussion because I was not able to put the recording in our website. So I just discussed whatever we discussed in the last session, and it is recorded, it is being recorded, so you can watch it later on. Now let me, we made a mistake here. If I execute this again, let's say we input the first number, we are going to input 10, and then second number we are going to input 10, and operator we are going to input plus. Now if you take a look here, 10 plus 10, so if you go there, can you see it is now it is printing the result. So the purpose of the of this code was to show you how modulus operator work, how all the operator work, and how we can use option explicit to avoid error in our coding. Okay, so for this one, again you did the homework by switch case, right? So I will not give any homework on this one, but I will give you like probably an example to do using switch case. Probably I will give you the same program to do in the class in the beginning of our Sunday session, to do by yourself using switch case. Okay, now let me this code, whatever we tried to discuss, it is done. Let me go for the next program that I have prepared for you. So I'm going to use some operator. I'm going to use operator like we have discussed that we have comparison operator, right? So I will go for those one. If you come here, so comparison operators are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, and this is not equal to. Okay, now let me give you an example using not equal to operator. So this program that we did, if you read the question here, write a program that will take two numbers from input, okay, and will print the bigger number in the output. Okay, so if I execute this code, you can see it is asking for a number. Let's say we input 10, and then let's say we input 20. Okay, now what we are trying to do, can you see here, if you go to your local variables, Your first number is 10, second number is 20. Now we are asking if 10 equal to 20, then execute line number 10. Now if 10 equal to 20, it is not true, it is false. So if I execute line number 9, could anyone tell me where it will go?
It's not right. Equal number 1 is going to be number 2.
No, it's not.
It's not true. This because of the first number is smaller.
Yeah. So it is never true that 10 equal to 20, it is never true. So it will not go to line number 10, then it will go to line number 11 to compare if, else if 10 greater than 20. Is it true? No. So it will go to the else block. Now it is coming to the else block, and it should print the bigger number, right?
Yeah.
Right? So it should print the bigger number. So if I execute this
I
line,
can understand what's the bigger number. I do understand that. So 14 is the else print bigger number. What that is the bigger number? Is 20?
Okay. First put in 10. I think so.
If the bigger number is 20, so you should print the DBL num 2 or DBL num 1.
so it should print dbl num2, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So you guys are right. So here we are giving the wrong number to print, but it's a good catch. If I execute this line number 14, could you see that it is not printing anything? Again, it is
Because of it didn't get like what's that called equal. The line number 14 didn't even equal.
no, still, it will print like whatever you give here, it will be printing that. So if you have in smaller number, if you have 10, it will be printing 10 here, but it didn't print it here because we have a spelling mistake again. Can you see here we have a spelling mistake, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to remove option explicit, and then if I execute, let's say we have 10 and then we have 15. So now if you look at your local variables, we have in double number 1 we have 10, in double number 2 we have 15. Now the first condition is not true, and the second condition is 10 greater than 15. It is not true, so it will come in the else block. Now can you see it is showing us an error, variable undefined dbl num1 db num1. So now you know we made a spelling mistake here. db, we will have to put dbl. Okay, now if I execute the same code and give 10 and then 15, now if you go through, now it will be printing a number. So 10 and 15, is the bigger number 10 or 15? 15. But we intentionally made a mistake here. We should print dbl num2, right? Because here if this condition is true, then it is printing number 1, because then the dbl num1 is bigger. If this condition is not true, then this number is bigger, right? So if this condition is not true, it is coming to the else block. That means the bigger number is this one. So if I execute the same code again, let's say I input 10 as a first number and then 15 as a second number. Now it is comparing, and now you can see that it is printing the bigger number, right? Any question? Okay, okay. If any of you have any question, you can ask me now.
No, this is like with greater than. We are doing greater than. So smaller than. It's the same thing, right? Just change the sign. Am I correct?
What is the question again?
This condition is for greater than,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
For smaller than, just change the sign and condition.
Yeah. So what I will ask you here, I will ask you to write a program that will compare two number and will be printing the smaller number. So this is your homework. Do it like so. Write a program that will take two numbers from input and will print the smaller number in the output. So this is your homework. Okay. Okay.
Don't move the page back.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is homework? Write a program that will take a two numbers from input
Mm-hmm.
and will print the bigger number or smaller number.
Bigger number is already done. We'll print the smaller number.
Okay, so
Okay. Okay. Then let me give you one more homework here. Write a program that will take two numbers from input and will print numbers are not equal. Numbers are not equal and if the numbers are not equal, it will print the numbers are not equal. So the other homework I am asking you to get two number from input, compare these two number. If the numbers are not equal, then only it will print the numbers are not equal. Otherwise it will not do anything.
that's the proof.
Okay, so it will be printing something if the numbers are not equal. Otherwise, if the numbers are equal, it will not do anything. Okay, is it clear or you have question on this homework? So
I have one question.
sure.
As I thought the option explicit, that the syntax, I
Mhm.
thought if you put on the top option explicit, it will take you exactly to the point you made a mistake. Or now it feel like it's not. What is the reason to write on the top option explicit?
Option explicit what? What is the question?
Yeah, what is the reason to write option explicit on the top?
So the reason of writing option explicit is so that you do not use any variable that is not declared. Because sometimes if you use variable and if you have a spelling mistake, it is hard to find out.
Okay.
Okay,
It will take you like a
go ahead.
Go ahead. Okay, first right. The option explicit actually helps us to not to make mistakes.
Yes.
Right with the variable of whatever we are deciding. Right? Am I correct?
Yeah, you are right.
Yes. Another question is like homework. It's two different homework. One is smaller than, another will be not equal. Am I correct?
Yeah. There will be two different homework, and you will be writing two different code for two different program for these two homework.
Okay, and you want separate files, not two different actions. Am I correct?
Separate file, yeah.
So yeah, I didn't understand. I got interrupted. So option explicit, so it will take you to the point. Like think about my script. I have like a 59. So option is the reason I write option explicit on the top of my script.
Mhm.
It will take you the line. I will make a mistake.
Yes, if you make a mistake, let's say as I give you an example before, let's say you have declared the variable as dbl num2, but by mistake you here you forgot to give l. So when you will be using this variable, in your program, if you have wrong name, then it will ask you that this variable is not declared.
Thank you.
Is it clear?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Sure. Okay, so I have two homework for you here. So for this homework you will have to use this not equal to operator. Okay, for this homework, remember that. Okay, now this not equal to operator, you will say if double num1 not equal to double num2, then print something. So that is not equal to operator. Okay, right.
Which one is not equal to operator?
This one I typed here. So can you see this one? This is the not equal to operator. So if equal to, if you want to compare something, if that is equal or not, let's say this one. Okay, let's say if double num1 equal to num2, then you are doing something here, right? So for that one you will be doing if double num not equal to double num2, then you are printing something. Understood?
Yes.
Or you want me to give an example?
No.
Okay, all right. So if you go through, if you write something using not equal, it will be clear. Now again, not equal operator, I think you guys are still confused, but let's say, let me write it here. Let's say a equal to 2, b equal to 3. So if a not equal to b, then let's say print not equal. Okay, all right. So else print equal, right? So if you execute this program from here, what will you get here? If a not equal to b, a equal to 2, b equal to 3. So 2 not equal to 3, is it true or false?
No, it's a false. Yes, is not equal to.
No, I am telling here 2 not equal to, so this one, what this one means is 2 not equal to 3. 2 not equal to 3, is it true or false?
That's true.
That's true. See what is the condition comes here. You will have to understand what is the condition here. 2 not equal to 3. So this condition is true, right? 2 not equal to 3, it is true.
If I say 2 equal to 3, this one false.
This one false. But 2 not equal to 3, it is true, right?
True, it is true.
Yeah, so 2 not equal to 3, the condition is true, so it will print not equal. So that is what we mean by not equal to operator. Okay, okay, so you need to understand that if we say 2 equal to 3, the result is, this condition is false, because we know that 2 not equal to 3. So if you say 2 equal to 3, the condition becomes false. But if you say 2 not equal to 3, the condition is true. So you need to understand what this means and what this means. So this means 2 not equal to 3, the condition is true, because it is in reality it is true. But this one in reality it is false. So the value, if you replace the value of this part, will be equal to false. So this is called Boolean expression. So can you see this highlighted part? This is called Boolean expression. Boolean expression. Okay. So this is called Boolean expression. Let me type it for you. Boolean expression. So Boolean expression. What is Boolean expression? The result of Boolean expression is either is true or false, not both of it. Okay, is true or false. You can see this is a Boolean operator, right? From here to here, this is a Boolean operator. Now what is the result of this Boolean operator? True. Is it correct?
Correct.
And this is another Boolean operator. What is the result of this Boolean operator? False, right? Now if we say A greater than B, what will be the result of this Boolean operator?
That's false.
Greater than B is false.
It is false. Okay.
False.
Then if we say A less than B, what will be the result of this Boolean operator?
It is true.
That's true.
It is true, right? If we say A equal to B, what will be the result of this Boolean operator?
False.
False. Exactly. So now you know what is Boolean operator, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So I will give you in the class. I will give you some Boolean expression. Let's say I will give you. Let's say if I give you a. Let's say A equal to 10, B equal to 2. Okay. A plus B greater than, let's say, 15. So what will be the result? This is a Boolean expression. So I will give you an expression like this in the class, and you will be writing like that in your exercise book. You will be writing, okay, this is false, right?
It's false.
Yeah. So I will give you a Boolean expression in the class. You will have to solve it. Okay. Now,
Okay.
all right. So let me go there. So this example is done. Let me open one last example that I wanted to show you. Are you guys okay, or
Yes.
okay?
No
Yes.
problem.
All of you okay? All of you still there? Let me see. Okay, all right. So let me do one last example. Did I miss someone?
Tonmazai, the background noise from me is coming to you. I'm in the airport, in the terminal. So are you getting background noise?
No. Your plane is okay. Your plane is not crashing, so we are okay. All right. So here I'm going to show you one last example. So that is this one. So one other thing we have discussed that day. Let me quickly open this odd even example. If you take a look here, the purpose of this program was like to get a number from input, and then if the number can be divided, let's say if you say if the number can be divided, we are getting a mod on this number, and then we are storing the remainder here. Then we are saying if the remainder equal to 0, then the number is divisible by 3. Else we are saying the number is not divisible by 3. Okay. So here we are getting a number from input, and then we are doing a mod operation on it by 3. Okay. So here if you do a mod operation on a number by 3, and then if you get a remainder, that means that number is not 100% divisible by 3. So it is something like this. Let's say if you divide 21 by 3, then it is 7, and up there it will be 21, and what will be the remainder? 0. So if you get the remainder 0, that 21 is divisible by 3, right? So that is what we did here. We are getting a number from input, and then we are doing a mod on this number, and we are collecting the remainder. So if the remainder is 0, then we are saying the number is divisible by 3. If the number is not 0, then we are saying the number is not divisible by 3. Now your homework, actually not, we did it in the class, like which one is, let's say we want to do it as get a number from input, and if it is an even number print even, else print odd. So we did it in the class. So what will we do? Instead of doing mod by 3, do a mod by 2, and then if remainder is 0, then it is a even number, otherwise it is a odd number, right? Understand everyone? Okay.
Would you please kind of repeat again
Sure. Okay. So let's do it here. So we are getting a number from input, okay, and then so we are now solving this problem, okay, actually this one. So we are getting a number from input, and then we are doing a mod by 2. Let's say if I execute this one, okay. So if I execute this code here, so I am giving, actually let me put a breakpoint here. Actually the breakpoint will be in this way. So let me input 5, okay. Now can you see, if you local variables, the number 1 is 5. Now we are doing a mod on this 5 by 2, so what will be the remainder? 1, right? So we did a mod 5 mod 2, so the remainder is 1. So is 5 is a even number? No, 5 is a odd number. So it will be an even number if remainder is 0, right? As the remainder is not 0, then it is going to the odd, not divisible by 2. So that is what we tried to give example. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any question? Alright. So Bishakha, do you still have question on this one? Okay, sure. Okay, all right. So let's go to one more example that I wanted to discuss here today. That is print bigger or odd, even, and then cents calculator. Bigger. So where is our other cents to dime converter? Okay. So this will be, I will be giving you a little bit explanation, and then this will be your main homework. So if you can see here that we have questions. This is the question. The question is, write a program that will take cents from input. So let's say you input 101 cents, okay. It will convert it to dimes, okay. it will convert it to dimes and then print number of dimes, and then we'll calculate and print remaining cents. Okay, if number of dimes equals 10, it will print $1. If number of dimes greater than 10 and less than 20, it will print greater than $1 but less than $2. So here less than $2. If number of dimes equals to 20, it will print $2. If number of dimes greater than 20, it will print greater than $2. Okay, so I did it partially here. The remaining part you will be completing. So let's take a look. So we are taking the number of cents from input, and then we are doing a division to get the number of dimes. Okay, so if you, let's say you have input 101, if you divide it by 10, then how many dimes do you get? 10 dimes, right? And then if you do a remainder on 101 mod 10, it returns 1. Okay, so that is how, if you read it, it is just simple English, and then you will have to do that. So I did it partially. So see here, first of all we are taking, let's say 105 cents, number of cents 105. Now could you see here, number of dimes 10.5 and remaining cents 5, but we do not want that decimal point. We want only the full number of dimes. And then what I will do here, can you see it is bringing the fraction? So what I will do here, can you see? So far, do you have any question on this? Anyone has any question on this? Okay, so if you don't have any question, let me try to execute from here. Okay, now let's say we have input 105 cents. Now if you look at your local variables, can you see number of cents 105. Now if you divide that 105 by 10, you are getting number of dimes, right? Is that correct? Okay, I assume it is correct. Now if you take a look here, can you see number of dimes 10.5, right? Now this number of dimes 10.5, I do not want it, because if you see in the next line, line number 14, we are calculating, like if you do a mod operation on 110, if you do a mod operation 110 by 10, so what will be the remainder here? Actually 105, this is 105. So if you do a mod operation here, it will be remainder will be 5, right? So that means 105 mod 10 is 5. Okay, now our goal here is to calculate the number of dimes, and then we are calculating the remainder cents. So if I execute line number 14, it is giving me the remainder cents. But one thing I want here, I am just looking for the dimes that is whole, not the fractional dime. I am not looking for that fractional dime. Okay, so what I will do here, see this result, we are getting something here, but it is coming as fractional. So this is an expression, from this expression we are getting a result that is fractional. So if I want to convert it, by fours to integer, then I will be using CINT, typecasting. Like now if I execute it, and let's input 105 and then execute line number 13. So previously you saw that it was returning 10.5. Now can you see it is returning the whole dime, right? Because whatever results we are getting here by this part, by force we are removing the 0.5 and we are keeping the whole number, integer number. Now here, right, can you see here the results in number of dimes is 10. So our first question was, if number of dimes equal to 10, we'll print $1. Now can you see here, if number of dimes equal to 10, then the condition is, if you take a look at your local variables, number of dimes equal to 10, so 10 equal to 10, the condition is true, so it will print $1, right? If you take a look here, it printed $1. So in the similar way, the second condition we are telling, if the number of dimes greater than 10, and can you see this and? I have put an and here, and number of dimes less than 20, then we are printing something. So in the similar way, you will be implementing the remaining conditions. So this will be your homework. Okay, what is the question? I am trying to wrap up this session here, but let me answer your question if you have any.
So line number 7 and 8 homework, am I right?
Yes, actually you will be completing the whole one, like you will be completing everything in your homework, but we already did some of it. Like some of it. You will be doing this bit, and also you will be completing the remaining part. Okay, so this question is in plain English. Again, if you do not understand, we will be doing it in the class, no worries. Whatever we did in the class, I want you to go through the video. If you cannot understand anything, any single thing, if you have question on any single thing, yeah, this is the homework, and in the previous part I have discussed some other homeworks. So you will be doing all of these homeworks. So if you feel that it is too much, don't feel overloaded. If you cannot do all of the homeworks, do whatever you can. If you do not understand anything from this class, just point out your question and come to the Sunday's class. We will be discussing in details again.
Bhaiya, could you please copy and paste the whole script and into a notepad and save it and email it to us?
Which one?
So that we can look at the script, the whole session that you did today. I missed the whole class today.
Okay, so this class, Nipa, this class is I'm recording this class, so I'm going to upload it in the internet in our site, and I'll send you link. You can watch the video. The video will be around 1 hour and 4 minutes. So if you watch the video, we have discussed everything in details in the video. Everything is in the video. You will not miss anything. Just watch that 1 hour video, and then you will be good.
Okay, great, thank you.
All right. And Rachel, I have received your homework, and it is you did it good. Thank you for sending it to me. And if you guys can complete any of the homework when you are done, like let's say, okay, you did that much and that is what you are able to do, 2 or 3, send it to me so that I can check it. Okay. All right. So I want to end this session here, but again, if you have any question, let me know, or we will be answering all of the questions in our Sunday session. Thank you for joining, guys. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bhai. Thank you so much.
Sure. Bye.
Thank you, Bhai.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.